thanks for tuning in to Songwriters from Here and Away, the show that features songwriters from Atlantic Canada, across Canada, and around the world.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Songwriters from Here and Away. My name is Robert Campbell, and I'm glad that you're here. This week we have Mr. John Campbelljohn and Mr. Ian Janes. We did a recording with them at a live concert at the Pink Piano in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. This is a couple of months back that we did this, and this is a lot of fun. We jammed a little bit, and we played the blues, and we played some R&B, and I'm just going to mostly let it roll. Please do remember that East Coast Realty is helping us out on this. Go check them out if you're in that market. Come and move to Nova Scotia, maybe. You never know. You might like it here. And we've got also some websites we'll talk about later. Here's John Campbelljohn and Ian Janes.
Mr. John Campbelljohn.
Thank you very much. I'm pretty much a blues guy, so I'm going to keep it real simple. Anything more than 3 chords, and I get pretty confused. Here's one about a friend of mine from many years ago. He had a problem with authority. It was no big deal, but we used to make fun of him. It's in the key G.
Never heard of it.
So just jump right in there if you feel it. That's 12-bar blues. I'm a nonconformist, baby. I don't like to play by the rules. I'm a nonconformist, baby. I don't like to play by the rules. So don't you put no demands on me, 'cause I ain't nobody's fool. I never listened to nobody since I was a baby boy. I never listened to nobody since I was a baby boy. So don't you put no demands on me, and I'll be old bundle of joy. Okay, baby, run your fingers through his hair. Okay, baby, run your fingers through his hair. But if you start putting demands on me, don't you know I'm money here? nonconformist, babe. I don't like to play by the rules. I'm a nonconformist, babe. I don't like to play by the rules. So don't you put no demands on me, 'cause I ain't nobody's fool. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, Ian. Thank you.
Wow, that was so fun. We're off to a great start. Yeah, thank you for having me. And I'm going to do a tune now that I wrote with a guy called Gary Burr, who's a songwriter in Nashville who I've written with a bunch of times. He's written many songs that you know and love, even though you don't know who he is. And he's a really smart writer, and every time we write together, it's a little bit like Daniel's son and Mr. Miyagi. You know?
He's written lots of hits.
I bring him an idea, and then he's like, yeah, that's good. It's not great. But if we did this, it would be great. So anyway, we wrote this song together, and it's always a satisfying thing when you can make a chorus that's really, really simple but stays very effective and memorable. So anyway, this is called Somebody's Gonna Love You. This is on a new record that I just put out called Weeknights. Slow down, slow down. That's what time did when you walked in the room. Turn around, turn around. Every head turn to get a better look at you. I wanna be the first one at the front of the line. Try my luck, try my best to make you mine. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Oh Lord, make it me. Your name, your name. I gotta find out so I can ask you to dance. Would be a shame, such a shame, if I never took this chance. You look too good to live here alone. Gonna make my move, take my shot, 'cause I know somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Oh Lord, make it me. Wanna be the first one at the front of the line to try my luck, try my best to make you mine. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna love you. Oh Lord, make it me. Oh, somebody's gonna love you. Oh Lord, make it me. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Right on.
Can I get some more vocal happening? Thanks. Check 1, 2. Yeah, that's a little hotter. Good. Thanks, man. Maybe even a touch more than that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. John,
All right.
you're next. I'm gonna skip one. Really? You guys are here for John and Ian. I'm just the innocent bystander. No,
Come on.
No. I insist. You guys do a couple more, and I'll do one more.
I didn't hear any rules that said you can skip one there, Robert.
See, between Jen and I, we make up the rules. So, we're good.
All right, John.
Well, I have a couple of instrumental tunes that I like to play, at least one of them.
All right.
They're kind of Cape Breton-ish, Celtic-ish, but not really, because when I was growing up, all the fiddles and jiggies and reels and strat spays were going on all around me, and I kind of took it for granted because the Beatles came out.
Right.
And it was all about the Beatles. And asking my mom and dad if I could put their pictures in the living room. And
Did you grow up? You grew up in Sydney Mines, didn't you?
Sydney River and
Sydney
that,
Rivers.
eh?
Ah, there you go. One of the other
right.
Sydneys. There you go.
So I'm going to try an instrumental. I don't know if there's any rules. Like, this is a songwriter's circle, right?
Well, did you write it? Yeah,
well, yes.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
is there
You're
a
good.
Is there a fine or anything? With
No,
words?
there's no
no, I
fine.
don't think so.
There's a small surcharge,
No,
but
I
not
think-
a fine. Yeah.
Surcharge.
I think we'll probably end up with a jazz songwriter night, and there'll be definitely some of that going on. So.
All right. Well, I just kind of horse around in this. It's a little bit Celtic-ish. It's a little bit rockish, and I don't know what to call it. But I do have a name for it. It's called Aunt Martha Hitchhikes to Port Hood to buy a case of Keith's.
Based on a true story.
Instrumental yours.
Yeah, based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
Key of G.
Yeah, man.
They don't call him the slide master for nothing.
Beautiful. Man, I love that. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something now that was on my a couple records ago. This is on a record I did called Yes Man. I was doing some writing at the time in Nashville, and I was writing with this guy James Barker, who is in the James Barker Band, of course, because what other band would be in? And it was kind of funny because the publisher I was working with at the time, his daughter was with Universal, which is how I got hooked up to write with them because they were on Universal. So in that case, sometimes they'll give you songs that they'll send you like YouTube or Spotify links of songs that are similar to the type of song that they would like you to write with their artist. So you take a look at that and you maybe try to find a creative way to write something similar to that. So at the time there was a really popular song by a group called Old Dominion called "Break Up With Him," which was a song where the narrator is trying to get a girl to leave her man to be with him. So I thought, well, that's kind of a cool idea, but maybe if we turn that around a little, this is in B, and wrote a song that was the opposite of that, which was somebody who had broken up with someone and was just really happy that they weren't with them anymore. So like a bit of an anti-love song, you know? Which turned out to be sort of a dumbass move on my part because the primary demographic that buys and consumes country music is women. So creating a male lead in a song who is kind of an asshole in a funny way was maybe not the right move. But so they performed the song a while, but they didn't cut it. So. So the song takes place in a bar room, like every good country song. So anyway, this guy's in the bar and he's a little bit pickled with his friends, and he sees his old girl come in with her new man, and he thinks maybe the funniest, most passive-aggressive thing he could do is go over and slide right into the booth with them and make things uncomfortable. So anyway, this is called He Can Have You. So he leans into them and he goes, "Fancy meeting you here. You never were the kind for honky-tonks and nice cold beer. Aren't you gonna introduce me to your friend? I can remember back when I was your brand new man. There was a time when I would pray down on my knees. You'd never ever love no one but me. But now I'm rolling around this bar with one girl on each arm. If it walked a mile in my shoes and knew the hoops I had to jump through, I'm just glad that I don't have to. He can have you. He can have you. I wonder if they're gonna play our song. If they do, we'll raise a glass to a love that lasted way too long. I really wish you two the best. I hope you get to choose a ring and spend a fortune on a dress. Now you can write the fairy tale you always said that you deserve. He can finish up the sentence that I don't want to serve. 'Cause I'ma be rolling around this bar with one girl on each arm. If I walked a mile in my shoes and knew the hoops I had to jump through, I'm just glad that I don't have to. He can have you. He can have you. 'Cause I'ma be rolling around this bar with one girl on each arm. If I walked a mile in my shoes and knew the hoops I had to jump through, I'm just glad now I don't have to. He can have you. He can have you. You two look so good together. He can have you. Hope you like a mama man. He can have you.
Right on.
Okay, here we are with John Campbell, John, and Ian Janes. This is Songwriters from Here and Away. Check it out on www.sfhaa.ca. Follow us there and on all the socials. We'd love to hear from you, and we have a Patreon as well where we're going to be doing live broadcasts of some of these concerts. You can catch John Campbelljohn on his website, campbelljohn.ca.
All right, I have one from my first sort of blues album in the late 90s. It's a few years ago, so I'll do my best.
The late 90s? No. No. Just a couple years ago.
Trying to lead up to my new gadget here. No, when you're my age and you make records, they kind of add up.
Yes, sir.
In your basement for the
Millions,
some people's homes.
Million sellers. Million in the cellar.
All right, here's one about years ago. My brother and I went out on the town. We had a few drinks, and we didn't do anything really bad, but we got, kind of sauced, kind of drunked up in that, and screamed and hollered, went home. So that inspired me to get up the next day and write this tune here. All right, key of D. D like Fred.
Huh?
Don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Don't let the drinking do the thinking, or you be better off alone. Well, I got a little thirsty, so I bought a box of beer. It wasn't long for it was gone, and I said, honey, I'm out of here. And she said, don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Don't let the drinking do the thinking, or you'd be better off alone. Well, I staggered in at 3. I had to plead a case. She was waiting up for me, and I had lipstick on my face. Uh-oh. Don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Don't let the drinking do the thinking, or you'll be better off alone. Oh, to the fore. good thing going. I had it in the can. But as soon as she started roaming, found another man. I should have listened to her. Don't let the drinking do the thinking. Oh, you'd be better off alone. Don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Of the story, you want to keep your sugar sweet. You know you'll never be sorry if you read the menu before you eat. Consequently and forthwith, don't let the drinking do the thinking when you got a mind to roam. Don't let the drinking do the thinking, or you'll be better off alone. Don't let the drinking do the thinking. 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 Or you'll be better off alone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, it was great.
All right.
I'm gonna do the title track for my latest record right now. So I've got this song called "Any Fool," which I'll maybe do in the next set. And on the bridge of that, or that's actually the second pre-chorus of that song, there's a lyric where I talk about the character who is trying to avoid going back to an ex. I talk about him having a weakened resolve. So. Meaning that he can't help himself. So I had someone come up to me at a show and say, in that second verse, I can't make out what you say. Do you say weakened resolve, or do you say weekend resolve? To which I said, well, yes, exactly. Same thing. Most people on the weekend will have a weaker resolve, and they'll indulge in some things that they shouldn't do. So I was like, well, thank you very much for pointing that out to me, because that's a really great idea. So I started thinking about it, and I just kind of found it really interesting as a language nerd, being a songwriter, like the difference of changing the second E in week to an A, week versus week. And so I was like, well, so is it maybe what would it be like if you were weak on the weekend? Well, that makes sense, but then maybe being weak during the week would be more interesting. So I was like, it was turning around in my brain, and I was like, well, if somebody was really lonely, maybe the hardest nights of the week would be the weeknights, because they would be sitting home alone without friends and parties to go to and concerts to go to and church to go to. So maybe they'd be sitting there alone watching Netflix, wishing that someone was with them. So anyway, so I decided that would be the idea for this song, which became the title track for my album, and used the sort of the days of the week. I made a days of the week song, which is a very sort of popular songwriting trope, or using the days of the week or the months of the year or whatever. So anyway, this is called Weeknights. I miss you more in the mundane, small things. Your car in the drive, your key in the lock, the nothing we did and the small that we talked. The sound of your steps on the staircase, your sweet face, rolling your eyes at my punchlines and laughing at them for the 10th time. I keep myself together, but it don't last forever. On Friday, I got a paycheck. I can drink till there's no you left. Saturday night got the fever. Sunday I'm a believer. But Monday through Thursday, I feel you in the worst way. I can pretend like an Oscar winner, but my skin gets a little thinner on those weeknights. I ain't alright on the weeknights. See, I made my bed and I'm lying, denying the role I played in the love I lost. See how much my pride really cost. I keep myself distracted, but the fact is, stubborn ain't the same as strong. And loving like that won't last long. So I bandage up my feelings and make believe I'm healing. On Friday I got a paycheck. I can drink till there's no you left. Saturday night got the fever. Sunday I'm a believer. But Monday through Thursday, I feel you in the worst way. I can pretend like an Oscar winner, but my skin gets a little thinner on those weeknights. I ain't alright on the weeknights. Feeling I can't fight on the weeknights. So I bandage up my feelings and make believe I'm healing. On Friday I got a paycheck. I can drink till there's no you left. Saturday night got the fever. Sunday I'm a believer. But Monday through Thursday, I feel you in the worst way. I can pretend like an Oscar winner, but my skin gets a little thinner on those weeknights. I ain't alright on the weeknights. Feeling I can't fight on the weeknights. I ain't alright on the weeknights. Thank you.
Mr. Ian Janes.
Thank you.
Mr. John Campbelljohn. We're going to take a pause. Go see Nate. Come on. Go, John. We be jamming.
That is Ian Janes and John Campbelljohn. You can catch Ian Janes online at ianjanes.com. Look them up. Thanks for tuning in to Songwriters from Here and Away. Please do look us up online, sfhaa.ca, and look up the artists as well. We will have more shows coming up. This is going to be a podcast. We have probably another half hour of music that's not going to be on this 1 hour show. So look that up as well on the website and all your streaming podcast platforms. Here we go.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something now that I I had an interesting situation happen. Came along last summer, and the first song came out in the fall, which was, I'm friends with the hip hop artist Classified, and he. Oh yeah? Is that right? There you go. So anyway, yeah, he was listening to some of my stuff, and he really liked a couple of the tunes, and he ended up sampling 2 of my songs to use on his new record, and there were 2 different singles. There was 2 videos for each of them. I was in both videos. Anyway, so this was originally a song called Everything Right. It still is a song called Everything Right. Then he sampled part of the chorus and created another song called Wonder, which uses my voice and sort of chops the chorus up in a slightly different sequence, but it's essentially the same. So it's a very cool thing to have somebody reinterpret your work like that, and so especially someone whose music you really like. So this is called Everything Right, or in his sample version, it's called Wonder. It's a kind of about wanting to get a second chance. Seems so simple in retrospect. Words are so easy to find. Can we back it up to the scene of the night you left? Like to take that one more time. Baby, put a different song on. Turn the lights a little lower. Think a little longer and talk a little slower. Let me love you like I know I can't, and never let you go again. Let me hold you, tell you all the things I never told you. Start a story over at tonight. What if I did everything right? Cause I was so careless and cavalier, and you were the casualty. Pushed you away when I should have been pulling you near. Gave you the worst of me, and I know I don't deserve it, but if I had another chance, promise you that it'd be worth it. Won't make that same mistake again. So let me love you like I know I can, never let you go again. Let me hold you, tell you all the things I never told you. Start a story over at tonight. What if I did everything right? Everything right. Ooh. So let me love you like I know I can, never let you go again. Let me hold you, tell you all the things I never told you. Start a story over at tonight. What if I did everything right? Everything right. What if I did everything right? Ooh, everything right. What if I did everything right? Got some singers in here, what? Ooh, Ooh, everything right. What if I did everything right? Ooh, everything right. What if I did everything right? Ooh, everything right. What if I did everything right? Ooh, everything right. What if I did everything right? Woo. There you go. Thank you very much.
Ian Janes. All right.
Thanks very much.
I want to do this song, but I haven't done it in a long time, and I'm afraid I'll murder it.
We're here for you.
We won't know any different, though.
We won't know. You shouldn't have mentioned it.
That's the beauty of it.
But it's just a 3-chord tune. But my friend Dale, who's here this evening, she told me she saw me play this on YouTube. What? And she's right. One Saturday afternoon I played it and managed to get through it. So I'm going to give it a shot. Oh my God. It's just a blues tune. It's kind of a love song, a little bit of a love song for any sensitive lovers that might be here this evening.
What? No way.
I knew this was going to happen. I want to be lonely, that's my rule. You can tell me I'm just a fool. Wanna stay home all alone and pull the plug on my telephone. I wanna be lonely if I can't have you. I wanna be lonely, that's what I need. I wanna be lonely, that's my creed. I'm gonna pull down all the shades until the last bit of daylight fades. I'm gonna be lonely if I can't have you. Be lonely, it's what I say. I'm gonna be lonely both night and day. I don't wanna laugh or sing. I feel no need to spread my wings. I'll just stay lonely if I can't have you. I wanna be lonely, that's my rule. You can tell me I'm just a fool. I wanna stay home all alone, pull the plug from my telephone. I wanna be lonely if I can't have you. Back to the fire. I wanna be lonely if I can't have you. I wanna be lonely if I can't have you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This was a song that was on my record, episode 5, which is the one that I've got there that comes with the book, which has all the songwriting, all the stories about writing the songs and recording the songs, and all the lyrics and all the credits. There's a photo of every person that worked on the record, from engineers to songwriters to musicians, inside it. It was a project sort of sponsored by pandemic boredom. I'd like to do. It was a ton of work. I'd love to do it again. I just. I don't think that I could do it without the Serb. So unless that comes back,
it's a great.
Yeah, unless I could get the Serb again.
It's a really good album. Buy it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, without too much time sitting at home with not much else to do, everybody picked up some new hobbies. You know, some of them were make work projects. So anyway. That was so anyway, this song Amnesia is from that record, and this is interesting sort of exercise as a songwriter in this song. I started with the word amnesia, and I just liked the way that it felt to say. I like the sort of smoothness of the syllables, and like as a language nerd and a songwriter, like that's sort of the first step for me sometimes, is to just think about a word and the way I like a word, and I like the way it feels to say. And then I'll find other words that work well with it that rhyme. And in this case, I realized that the words "I need ya" sounded like was the exact same shape with your mouth as amnesia, and like that if you said the two of them together, amnesia, I need ya, like it's almost, if you said it quick enough, you wouldn't be able to tell what the person was saying. So I was like, that's interesting, but then it created a bit of a problem because. It sounds like then the sort of feeling of amnesia is actually the person you're speaking to. So I was like, well, that doesn't work. And then I thought about it for a while, and I was like, well, maybe I can make it work so that I am addressing amnesia as the other person in the conversation. So I spun around a little bit with it, and then I came up with this song. So anyway, it's called Amnesia. Can't seem to find my way out of yesterday. Every night's like an old rerun, takes me back where I started from. Trying to be in the moment, but it feels like she stole it, robbed me blind. All I see is what we used to be. So I'm counting on you. Show me what you can do. Amnesia, I need you, 'cause I can't forget the feel of her body and her lips on mine. Been waiting for the hands of time to heal me, protect me, wipe my memory empty. I'm willing and ready for a reset, but I just can't seem to get amnesia. 'Cause I heard that you can make people wake up in the morning and forget where they've been, wash away all their sins. And I could use a little ignorance, a little innocent indifference, a break from my regrets, clean slate from all my debts. So pretty please, I'm down on my knees. Amnesia, I need you, 'cause I can't forget the feel of her body and her lips on mine. Been waiting for the hands of time to heal me, protect me, wipe my memory empty. I'm willing and ready for a reset, but I just can't seem to get amnesia. Whoa, whoa. So if you would be so kind, won't you help me let us slip my mind? Amnesia, I need you, 'cause I can't forget the feel of her body and her lips on mine. Been waiting for the hands of time to heal me, protect me, wipe my memory empty. I'm willing and ready for a reset, but I just can't seem to get amnesia.
All right.
Thank you very much. It's called Amnesia.
I'm going to play some how music. You know what? How music?
How are you going to do that?
Easy. Easy. I'll show you. How. Go ahead. Woo. So this is just one chord. So boys, you can come back on her if you want. You know I got to go. You know I got to go. You know I got to go through the blowing snow the only way I know. You know I got to go. I'm gonna slip and slide. I'm gonna slip and slide. I'm gonna slip and slide. Gonna push my ride through the blowing snow the only way I know. You know I got to go. You know I got some traction. You know I got some traction. Get some satisfaction through the blowing snow the only way I know. You know I got to go. You know I got to go. You know I got to go. You know I got to go through the blowing snow the only way I know. You know I got to go. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Go ahead, say it. Woo! One chord. I spent a number of years going to Europe and doing tours over there a month or so at a time, and it was great. I don't do it much anymore, but it was a lot of fun. But when I first got over there, I couldn't believe how cool it was on the highways over there. Back in '99, you could just put the pedal to the metal, and if you got enough nerve, you can go as fast as you want, and it's just normal.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going the same speed anyway, and so I just kind of, so I took a shot at that a few times, and I thought I was a, Formula One race car driver.
Kalen made me drive in the truck lane at 80 kilometers an hour for days, man. Touring through Germany's hell for me.
So I told my friend, I had this friend, there was a real good guy, he's gone now, but he was so cool, and he was a co-songwriter in Thunder Bay. Moose was his nickname, big fella, real cool guy. So I told him my story about becoming a Formula One race car driver on the German highways over there. And he said, "Oh yeah, aren't you cool?" So one day I got an email, and it was a bunch of words, a couple of verses. And I read the verses, and I thought, "Oh, this is a bit much." So I called him back and emailed him back. I said, "This is a bit much. I'm kind of laying on a little too thick." And he stood about 4 or 5 inches taller than me, and he just said, "You're doing it." And so I said, "Okay." So I'm going to give it a shot here. I hope you don't mind. I have a little inspiration from my device here. Key of D. I'm going to D you guys to death. It's pretty simple. Been across this planet, but I never stayed long. The only place I want to be is on the Autobahn. Gotta get the wheels turning, better tighten up your shoes. We're off to Hamburg in a hurry to sing a mess of blues. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. I'm here, then I'm gone so long. The Hamburg's in the mirror, and we're burning up the gas. The rent-a-car moans because I kick it in the ass. I gotta make it to Munich, don't have a minute to lose. The man's waiting with the money, so we'll sing a mess of blues. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. I'm here, then I'm gone so long. Ow! Tour's almost over, gonna play a last bar. The boys start to scream, let us out of this car. Now it's off to the airport, but something's wrong. I hate flying in a jet, I should be on the Autobahn. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. They call me Autobahn John. I'm here, then I'm gone so long. To the me Audubon John. Call me Audubon John. Call me Audubon John. I'm here, then I'm gone so long. Call me Audubon John. Call me Audubon John. Call me Audubon John. I'm here, then I'm gone so long. So long. So long. So long.
Yeah. Great, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to play something a little more sentimental than that. By a little, I mean a lot. He was right though. That's the lyric was not too much at all. It was perfect. Sometimes you need a little kick in the ass from someone else. Tell you to just get over yourself and sing the damn song. All right, so this is a song that I wrote with a guy named Byron Hill, who's a bit of a legend in Nashville that I was lucky to get to and continue to be when I'm in town. Lucky to work with. So we had I had this idea that came from my son when he was 4 or 5. I think he was 5. My wife was putting him to bed, and he was always a very, still is, very sweet, eloquent person. And he, in the most innocent, childlike way, said to my wife, "Mommy, I can't remember when I started loving you." And it was really amazing because it obviously is a very beautiful, sentimental thing to say, but what was really particularly special about it and was the innocence of it, in that he wasn't so much trying to say something sweet as just expressing a fact, like meaning that he didn't remember a time of his life when he wasn't loved by his mother, right? And I was like, wow, isn't that a beautiful testament to what love is supposed to feel like? You know what I mean? I guess in a romantic love, you would hope to get to the point where you felt like you couldn't remember how it was before you had that person in your life. So I told Byron about the idea, and we instantly, we really quickly wrote the song because it just kind of wrote itself as a sort of just a tribute to the timelessness that love is supposed to make you feel. So anyway, this was written and it ended up being used in the TV show Nashville, which was in 2017, which. Yeah, it was a great show. Lots of great songs in that show. I wish it had kept going, and I've been playing it lots. It's been streamed a lot of times, and pretty cool when the song that sort of moves the needle the most for you at a certain point in your career only exists because of one of your kids. So it's kind of cool to because so often in this business, it's sometimes hard to manage both family and the pursuits of the music business. So it's cool when they're working together like that. So anyway, this is called I Can't Remember Never Loving You. There's never been a day when I walk this world alone. Never was a night that I didn't feel at home. You've been a part of me forever on this road I've traveled on for so long. It's like you've been the only one for all my life. Like I never looked into another's eyes. The only hand I've ever held on to. No, I can't remember never loving you. Every morning I wake up and thank my lucky stars. Another day with you. My love is where you are. It's simple and it's beautiful. I guess some things never change. Never change. It's like you've been the only one for all my life. Like I never looked into another's eyes. The only hand I've ever held on to. No, I can't remember never loving you. It's like you've been the only one for all my life. Like I never looked into another's eyes. The only hand I've ever held on to. No, I can't remember never loving you. No, I can't remember never loving you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Thanks very much.
I don't know. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Do you want to stay here all night, or should we do another round? What do you think?
We do one more round.
Okay,
Sure.
okay, I'll do one, and you guys do another one. You figure
Sounds
out,
good.
fight it out amongst yourselves, and we'll send it out of here. Because John's in D, so I'm going to play in D. Yeah, it's a little loud. There we go. It's a little quiet. So, I'm going to send this out to Sharon. Sharon likes this song, and I saw her smiling face over there. So I'm going to send it out to Sharon. And it's also for my lovely wife, because she inspired it by playing a video game in Las Vegas for 5 hours. And I drank scotch and watched. 5 hours. She put in $20 and she's up hundreds of dollars. And I sat beside her drinking single malt scotch for 5 hours, 6 hours maybe, I don't know. It was the Lord of the Rings, and there was a screen and a stereo speakers and vibrating seats. And some of you have heard this story, but honest to God, she played it for 5 or 6 hours and finally ran out of money. And I finally fell off the chair, I think.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of people in Las Vegas. We were there for 5 days, and it was a long 5 days. Nobody should go to Las Vegas for 5 days.
That's too much.
There's all sorts of people there, man. I hear everybody talking about the way luck moves around from table to table and all around this town. And I hear the whispers and I see the signs. They promise me real gold. And I know tonight will be the one I really need to know. Turn the cards, I'll strike the mother low. But look who's dancing around the tables in this room. She hasn't found me yet, but I know she's coming soon. Dancing with Lady Luck tonight. Oh my God. I'll be dancing with Lady Luck tonight. told myself I'd pull up stakes if the torment gets to me. And I'd clear my markers, and I'd close my bank, I'd keep my dignity. When this hand is done, I'll cash my chips, I'll make my restitution. With $1 in my pocket, I'll find my redemption. I'll be gone, straight on out the door. But look who's dancing around the tables in this room. She hasn't found me yet, but I know she's coming soon. Dancing with Lady Luck tonight. I'll be dancing with Lady Luck tonight. These dreams of gold, they poisoned all my reason. And I'd be safer on the streets than here holding aces. Oh, but look who's dancing around the tables in this room. She hasn't found me yet, but I know she's coming soon. Dancing with Lady Luck tonight. I'll be dancing with Lady Luck tonight. Dancing with Lady Luck tonight.
Yeah. Woo. Cool. Thank you, thank you. Well, we got a couple more tunes. You guys? Yeah? All good?
Sure.
All right.
Tune Robert did earlier inspired me to...
Quit?
Oh, wait, no, that's... Quit, yeah. Give it up, hang it up, forget it. Never get anywhere. Reminded me of a tune. It's just another blues tune, but it has a special place in the song where I'm going to need your help.
All right.
But I promise you, there's no tricks. Don't have to stand up and dance and just sit there and no tricks, I promise. But I do need your help, and I'm going to show you where. Okay?
All right. Sounds good.
Are you with me?
We're with you.
All right. One more thing. There's no words. I looked it up on my device here, and all there was a title. And
right.
damn it. I just bought this thing.
That means we'll be perfect.
Yeah, it would be hard to mess that up.
But I'll show you where. I'm definitely going to need some help with it. You'll see. Okay, here we go. Blues in D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. sec now. Okay, your turn. Here we go. Woo! That's beautiful. Oh my God, just like Woodstock. Just like a big rock show. Woo! Can't hear ya. Thank you. That was beautiful. Or as my mom would say, God love her, that was beautiful.
It's like the Mormon tubercular choir.
I'm going to do one last tune here, wrap things up. This is a song from my new record, Weeknights. A while ago, I don't know if I must have been at the mall, and I was watching, I must have been looking at the escalators, and I was looking at the escalators, and I was thinking about being a kid and driving all the grown folks crazy, probably, by hanging around the mall and trying to see how quickly we could run up the down escalator without wiping out. And probably knocking over some old people, and I know one time a friend of mine wiped out on the way up it and took a big hunk out of his knee right on the edge. Didn't make it. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and I thought that was kind of funny because it made me think of it was like a really cool way to like talk about when you're trying to get ahead and you can't, right? Like kind of like one step forward, two steps back, being on the treadmill, fighting to get ahead, which could be in love or in these times of inflation and cost of living. It could be in life, in money. So I was thinking, sometimes it feels like you're walking up the down escalator. And I was like, oh, and so first I started writing that in sort of a slow, kind of more emotional, kind of draggy way, and then it just felt so depressing. I was like, oh God. So I started doing something that I did a lot on this record with the title track and with a few other songs, which is what I call a sad banger. So it's like, it's a up-tempo song that feels great, but actually has a really sad lyric. And it sort of makes the medicine go down a little smoother if it's a sad message, but it bounces, So anyway, maybe write this. I've been trying to get closer, I've been trying to move up, but it feels like whatever I do is still never enough. I've been crossing my T's and dotting my I's, still I'm at a loss trying to find a way off of this ride. You're just out of my reach, right where you wanna be. I keep climbing but can't stop sliding. I've been looking but you keep hiding from me. It takes a lot of energy to love you when I can't get you to return the favor. Feel like I'm walking up the down escalator. Don't know why you're so guarded, why you won't let me in. We can both have a way, we can make it so everyone wins. I try playing it cool, been over the top. I've been focused on forward, but can't get the backward to stop. You're just out of my reach, right where you wanna be. I keep climbing, but can't stop sliding. I've been looking, but you keep hiding from me. It takes a lot of energy to love you when I can't get you to return the favor. Feels like I'm walking up the down escalator. You're just out of my reach, right where you wanna be. And I keep climbing but can't stop sliding. I've been looking but you keep hiding from me. It takes a lot of energy to love you when I can't get you to return the favor. Feels like I'm walking up the down escalator. It's so hard to love you when you won't return the favor. Feel like I'm walking up the down escalator. Down escalator. Thank you.
Mr. Ian Janes,
Thank you.
John Campbelljohn. I noticed that John has a box of Girl Guide cookies here, or what is that? Oh, they're CDs. Okay, good. There are CDs.
A big
here.
hand for Robert Campbell too for putting this together and being such a great support to artists. Thank you.
We'll do this again soon, right?
Yeah.
So, thanks to Jen and Nate and Jasmine and Mike for building the stage. Well, when I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. Say, when I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. Yeah, the blues overtake, I rock it away from there. Oh, when I get lonesome, I get on the telephone. I say, when I get lonesome, I get on the telephone. Yeah, I'm talking to my baby, I say, honey, I'm coming home. Now flip, flip, flop, and fly. Don't care if I die. Yeah, flip, flop, and fly. Yeah, don't care if I die. Yeah, don't even say goodbye. Somebody play something.
guys having a good time? Well, tell all your friends. And go find John online, Ian online, and songwriters from here and away. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks
John Campbelljohn, Ian Janes, the Pink Piano.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm not gonna do the request, okay? But I will get Kaylin up to sing.
All right.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Check, check, check. Check, check. I'm the backup.
This is a song that wrote a while back with a guy by the name of North Easton.
Really?
He didn't know what direction he was going in.
And actually, I've written a couple of more songs with him just recently. And if you get a chance to see him, he's great. He's out of Ottawa, and we'll have another song or two recorded one day. Don't make me out to be a Superman, standing on the top of the world, looking down. I don't want to fall when the fear gets too much. I don't want to crash into the waiting crowds. I'm tired of facing the same old situations. Gotta save them in the nick of time. I want a day, give me some space. I want to sleep straight through the night. If I had a simple life, I'd sit and celebrate. And in the quiet, I would close my eyes and drift away. Take my time in the sun, I would always be young if I could taste a simple life. Tired of reaching for high expectations, never reach the finish line. I'd settle for less if the rest of the world would see no one makes it out alive. But if I had a simple life, I'd sit and celebrate. And in the quiet, I would close my eyes and drift away. Take my time in the sun, I would always be young if I could taste. If I'd just take off this cape and give myself a break and take my time and save the world another day. But I don't, and I won't, no I don't. If I had a simple life, sit and celebrate. And in the quiet I would close my eyes and drift away. Take my time in the sun, I would always be young if I